Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the highly anticipated, highly accurate Railway Series Plarail Thomas. I am beyond excited to get this guy out of the box. I remember when this was first revealed back in like January or so, everybody was freaking out, rightfully so. This is just the fact that an item like this can exist in our modern world in 2025 is just incredible. I am so excited to share this experience with you all. So, before we look at the actual toy, let's take a look at the box itself. So, for those who don't know, I am actually fluent in Japanese. I lived in Japan for all my life, and I know what everything says on here. Just kidding, I use Google Translate. No one really explains what all this stuff means or says on the box, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to bring something new to the table. Up there we got the Plarail logo. This is actually my technically first Plarail item that I own. I do have just a standard Thomas, but I got this off of eBay a couple months ago for like 20 bucks. I thought it was a really good deal. It comes with Annie and Clarabel, but I've never had a Plarail item new in the box. So I'm excited to take a look at this, and it's all a brand new experience for me. So this is the Plarail logo up here. And then right here we've got a little advertisement for a little book that's included, which says includes a mini book introducing the characters. You can see right there, let me zoom in for you if I can. We've got a little picture of the Railway Series Thomas, and then just a little preview of what we can see in the book. So I really like this whole design going forward like this way. I think it looks really cool. So we've got the Thomas and Friends logo, the 80th anniversary logo, some cool memorabilia in the back here. Like we've got Thomas's name, got a number 1. I think that might be like a steam pressure valve or something. That might be a ticket right there. But we've got a little sprite of CGI Thomas, which is kind of cool. For some reason, the Mattel logo is here. People have been wondering what this is for. I wonder if it has to do with the 80th anniversary logo, because I'm pretty sure somebody at Mattel designed this, and I assume that they have to put Mattel's logo on there to credit them for this. But Mattel did not make this. Plarail made this in Japan. So we've got a really nice picture of Thomas on the front here. Sorry if the quality is a bit strange, but he's on blue track here. No track is included. That actually says that right over here. I don't remember where. Let me get this other picture pulled up. But the rails are not included. It's just, oh yeah, right up here. Rails sold separately. It just comes with Thomas, Annie, and Clarabel. But along the bottom here, it says, Thomas the Tank Engine, original publication, 80th anniversary Plarail picture book Thomas. That is quite a mouthful, but hey, it does the job, excuse me. And then up there, it says, a special Thomas inspired by the original picture book. Very cool. And then there is the Thomas that this is based on. Up there it has the suggested age of 3 years old. Takaratomi, that's the company that's responsible for this. And this is talking about the battery, how it uses one AA battery, but it is not included. So that's everything for the front of the box. Presentation-wise, I think this is absolutely amazing. This really gets you hyped to see what's inside. And what's interesting about this is that it is not like a standard Plarail box. I wish I had one to show you guys, but essentially on this regular Plarail items, you get sort of a window inside the box so you can see the engine, its tender, or its first piece of rolling stock, and then the picture of them on this side. But I guess they wanted to just show off how awesome they can make the artwork, and it does look very, very cool. So it's a bit different, but I do like it. Up there we got the Plarail logo again, and right above that, if you give me just 1 second, let me pull up this other picture. I really like what's up here. So it has the Plarail logo, like I said, and then on top of it, it says connecting everyone's dreams. That's their, I guess, slogan or tagline. I think that's really cool. The Tomy logo is there twice. Okay. Thomas logo again, 80th. This is the same as on this side. And then there's the sprite of Thomas. And then here we have a little description of Thomas, which says, Thomas, a small blue locomotive that is always energetic and hardworking. It pulls passenger cars and freight cars loaded with various cargo. I assume this got lost in translation. I don't think they meant for this to say it pulls passenger cars. I think they meant to say he pulls passenger cars, but that's still cool nonetheless. Here we have just a standard picture of the Thomas. Again, it's the same name as what's on the front. On the back here, we've got instructions of how to take Thomas apart to put in the battery and then how to turn him on and off again. I'm not going to go through all this. It's just a warning to parents about how to be responsible and don't let your little kids, be stupid with it and put it in their hair and all that crap. There is the price tag. For those of you wondering where I got this from, I got this from Amazon Japan. I think that's probably the best place you can get this. It's a reasonable price. I think I paid about $30 to $40 for this, I want to say. I don't remember exactly, but it is a pretty good price, and you run the risk of not getting scammed, so that's cool. Not sure if they're in stock anymore because these have been selling like crazy, so they're probably out of stock at the moment, but they do restock relatively quickly, so that's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. On this side, we've got another picture of Thomas with the same name, and then the bottom is actually pretty cool as well. We got the Plarail Connecting Dreams thing there again. Same picture of Thomas and Clarabel from the front. This really cool picture of Thomas. It looks familiar. I don't know if this was included on one of the new desktop wallpapers that came out a couple months ago, but it looks very reminiscent of that. And then we've got the Thomas and Friends Japan website URL, and then a QR code if you would like to scan it. Let me zoom in so I can get a clear shot of it. There you go. You can scan that. I don't know where it takes you, probably to the website, but yeah. Let's get this open here. Actually, before we go in, I want to say something really cool. Plarail does this thing where they have, so you can either, in the store, you can either have it sitting flat like this, you can have it like this, or you can hang it from a peg. So you can just slide open this little tab here, and there's a little hook, or I guess a little hole where you can slide onto the hook. I think that's very creative and ingenious, so let's get this open here. If you don't think I'm crazy before I open this, I have another one that I'm keeping new in the box because this is so cool, and that'll probably help me bail my kids out of jail one day when I need the money. What? I didn't say that. But yeah, a really huge fan of all the new 80th anniversary merchandise coming out. I think it's going to be a really cool year anniversary merch-wise. Not just from Japan. Mattel also has some pretty cool stuff coming out. Alrighty, so we've got a little piece of styrofoam. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, I have it upside down. Oh, I thought that was a little factory error or whatever. But let's pull Thomas out here. Come on. Woo! That's really cool. I'm definitely gonna keep this box because that is just awesome. Here is the little picture book. Good thing it's not like bent or folded or anything. That's very nice. This is probably disposable, but here is Thomas himself. So let's get him out here. Oh, a little stuck. There we go. All right, here's Clarabel. Oh God, I'm so sorry, Thomas. He almost broke there, but here's everybody. So we'll put those guys in the back, and we'll take a look at Thomas first of all. I'll just do a little in-hand appraisal really quick. Let's go to the face first, because the face is what everybody's really excited about. I think this face looks really good. I mean, that's almost exactly the same. Like, that's pretty incredible that they were able to match it so close. People have said this before, and I'm going to be a broken record and say I agree. I don't like these white lines on his face. I think they look a little weird. They do emulate the Railway series illustration pretty well. I mean, they were trying to be almost exactly accurate. And you can see, like, under his mouth there, on his chin and on his forehead, he does have marks. So they were trying to be accurate, but I don't think it looks great. But you know what? That's totally okay. White running board. Very cool. Although these things here are not colored black. I would have liked to have seen that, but that's not a huge deal. I think I'll do a comparison in a minute, but yep, this Thomas does have that. Oh well. Here's the side. It is notably, oh, excuse me. It is notably a lighter shade of blue, kind of verging on green a little bit. I don't have the 2018 CGI Plarail Thomas, but I have seen it before, and it is a very, like, a blue, kind of like this blue almost. This is the 2010 Mattel Thomas. We'll take a look at this one later as well. That's about how blue it is. This one is kind of teal, and I like that. The sticker detailing on the side here is very reminiscent of like a drawing in a book, and that's what they were going for. So I think they accomplished that well. People on Twitter have been complaining that this looks like shit. It does not look like shit. It looks like a picture book. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. That's literally what the pack is called. It's called Picture Book Thomas. Yeah, he's got the cab details up here, and then the whistle as well. Very cool. Oh, just being able to freewheel new Thomas merch is so nice, because Trackmaster 2 doesn't freewheel anymore. Well, it never has freewheel, but Trackmaster Thomas from Mattel hasn't been able to freewheel since like 2013. So getting a new piece of Thomas merchandise, a new piece of motorized Thomas merchandise that freewheels is very, very cool. No lamp detailing on the back. I'm not sure if Thomas in the Railway series has a lamp on the back. If he does, that's a big missed opportunity there, but oh well. Yeah, and what I love about Plarail items is that you literally just, right? You literally just squeeze the top off. Yeah! And you can put the battery in. I don't have a battery on me right now, and I don't have any track at the moment, so I can't really test him, but I assume he runs perfectly. But I absolutely love how simple it is to just take the shell off of Thomas. This Thomas, you have to unscrew this, which I guess makes it more secure, but on some Trackmaster items I've gotten from Facebook Marketplace, people have tried to just like break this off, and they just end up breaking the toy in the process instead of looking at the bottom and noticing that, hey, you have to unscrew this. But I think this is a very ingenious and clever design. But yeah, absolutely love this Thomas. It's just so surreal that I'm holding a Railway Series Thomas in my hand. It's so cool. So I'll bring out the standard Plarail Thomas. Well, I guess standard as in like, 10 years ago, I guess. They did update the face and the overall detailing in 2018, I believe. Never was a huge fan of this face. It doesn't really look like Thomas to me, but it's fine. I do love that it has the white running board still, and then these parts on the smoke box are still black, which I really like. You can see that the cab windows in the back there are noticeably different. The side, this one is, I guess, I think the later Thomases have decals. This one has decals. This one has stickers. I prefer decals, but if we can sacrifice printed decals for storybook-like illustration decals, I'm all for it, so. Pretty cool. Yeah, the exact same construction and everything. Like, they both freewheel. You both, actually, hold on. You pinch both of them to take the top off. I wonder what this would look like. You probably know what I'm going to do. I think people have done this before, but you could do this if you really wanted to. Right? Yeah, look at that. Sorry. I mean, the wheels are a noticeably brighter shade of blue, but that's pretty cool. If I had another Plarail Thomas and I could change out the wheels, I think this would be my perfect Plarail Thomas. Maybe make this red a bit faint and duller, but I think that looks pretty cool. Let's put it back on here. I think, does this Thomas? Yep, this Thomas has a lamp. Big missed opportunity there, Plarail, but they probably wanted to be accurate. And they probably didn't know that Thomas had a lamp on the back because they were going based on that illustration. So, yeah. Overall, I think these both look really good, but this one is just absolutely fantastic. And they do look pretty similar from just a standard perspective, I guess. let's bring out the 2010 Mattel Thomas. This is not the Thomas that I grew up with. I grew up with the Thomas that was included in the Misty Island Rescue set, which has the sort of CGI face. So this one is a bit foreign to me, but this kind of defined an era of motorized Thomas. So I don't think the face looks great for the record. But again, like build-wise, these are pretty similar. The shades of blue you can see are noticeably different. Like that's pretty crazy. And again, the way I showed you earlier, the way you take this off the chassis is also noticeably different. But these are cut from the same mold. This one does not have a lamp. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to compare because these are based on two separate things. This is based on the Railway series. This is based on the TV series. So these are going to be noticeably different. But it is crazy how similar the TV series Thomas actually took inspiration from the Railway series Thomas. Yeah. I never liked how the standard Trackmaster items didn't have white running boards. I know that's like a budget thing. Probably would be way too expensive to print that. But I mean, look at how much of a difference this makes on this model, and especially this one as well. Like it just looks so much better and pops a lot more. But oh well, I get that. But I don't hate this Thomas. I mean, if I do make Trackmaster videos, I'll probably be using this one. I'd like to use all the Plarail items, but I don't have any of them besides Thomas. So these ones will have to do for the time being. So I'll get rid of this Thomas. I'll throw this Thomas on the back. We'll take a look at Annie and Clarabel really quick. So the faces are the same, but the eyes and the eyebrows are different. I think that's a really nice touch. This is Annie. This is Clarabel. I don't believe we ever saw Annie's face in the Railway series, which is shocking, but we have seen Clarabel. So I think that's in Thomas and the Guard. So they did take a slight liberty in giving Annie her own, or a somewhat similar face, but they did change the eyes, which I do like. Their names, I guess, have been removed, and we have this like silver line on the bottom here. I do have the standard Annie and Clarabel standing nearby, and I think these are the same pretty much. This one is a lot, or not a lot, but it's a noticeably brighter shade of orange. These are the wrong ones, excuse me. Just look how different this is. Sorry if you can hear the wind outside. It's a very windy day today. Yeah, I would have loved, I don't think they've ever printed seats inside, but we have see-through windows. I would have loved to have seen Plarail put seats inside Annie and Clarabel. That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, these are exactly the same, barring the faces, so there's not much to look at with Clarabel here, but yeah, really cool. And I'm glad they included Annie and Clarabel instead of, these trucks in the illustration, because these are very generic and everybody has like 20 of them. Whereas Annie and Clarabel here are totally unique. So the last thing we'll take a look at is this little picture book. I have not translated this book, so I don't know what any of this says, but I assume this says Thomas the Tank Engine. We remember that from the earlier picture, but I think this just basically shows off all of the characters, the major characters from the Railway series, and gives a little bio on them. So there's Thomas from Thomas and the Trucks. And there's Thomas again from Thomas's Train. There's Henry from the Flying Kipper. This is Percy from... Is that Henry's Sneeze? Is that Henry right there? I'm pretty sure this is... It's either Henry's Sneeze or Gordon's Whistle. I don't remember exactly. There's Harold and Edward. Here is Gordon from Gordon Goes Foreign, one of the most famous illustrations of Gordon. Diesel, who is silver for some reason. I don't know what the hell happened there. But they got Mavis down here. Mavis is actually from the Christopher Audrey Railway series, which is interesting. James, this is from Troublesome Trucks, I want to say. And then we've got Bertie and Trevor, who's also based on the Clive Sprong illustrations. Here is Toby. Here is Scarloey, and I almost said Reneus. That's Duncan. It's interesting how they made Duncan yellow. That's not how he looks in the Railway series, but I assume most people that get this toy know these characters from the TV series, and Duncan in the TV series is yellow, so I guess that kind of makes a little bit of sense. There's Bill and Ben, and then there's Duck. And then I guess this is advertising the actual book. And that's the end. Another QR code, so if you want to scan that, go right ahead. Yeah, overall, this pack is just incredible. I can't believe that something like this actually exists. We've been in a pretty rough spot with Thomas for the past couple years. The Railway series doesn't really ever get acknowledged by the current owners of the show. But seeing something like this come out of a company that truly cares about Thomas is so rewarding. Like, this was specifically made for the fans, and you can totally tell. But I think this looks fantastic. I'm not planning on getting the other Railway series or Plarail Thomas anniversary thing. It's just like a 5-pack with a bunch of crappy rolling stock and a standard Thomas. No real plans to get that, but if they do more Railway series stuff in the future, I would love to see it. I think this is selling extraordinarily well, and everybody wants like multiple of these. Like I got 2 for Christ's sake, so you can tell I love this, but I'm very happy with this. It looks very, very cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video. It's a bit of a break from what I usually do on the channel, but I'd like to do more unboxing videos, and I am planning on doing more this coming summer, looking at all of the Mattel merchandise, looking at the new 3-packs, some All Engines Go items. I know that's going to trigger a lot of people, but there are some kind of cool characters out there, and maybe some other things. I don't know yet, but that's all for me. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Leave your thoughts on this video and this item in the comments, and let me know what you'd like to see from Plarail next. So that's all for me. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!